the callers, and then we want you to see this video because it shows you our history. And the sister, she lived to be, 90-some years old, and we just want to salute her. And Malcolm X birthday is in a few days. We want to be able to salute the history. But right now, let's do the callers, and then we're going to invite you all to go back, because if you didn't see that video we opened with, we want you to see it. Yes, caller, speak on it.
Yes, I would like to comment on two things if possible.
Go.
Are you there?
Go ahead.
Okay, yes. Regarding the gentleman who was murdered for stealing toothpaste, the coroner ruled that a homicide. I don't understand how that can be ruled a homicide and the person not be charged with murder. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't add up.
It makes sense if the system don't respect the black person. They don't care. Now the coroner did his job.
Right. But they say the state's attorney said the police has not asked them
to press charge. And that's the state's attorney's position, is to determine what the charge is. If the coroner said the man was murdered, the state's attorney must make a charge, whether it's involuntary manslaughter, etc. But the state's attorney said, well, the police told me. So you saying that Daley told you not to charge this man? That's all she's saying. Because Daley run the police department.
Yeah. It's a sadness. Is your other part of your question, ma'am? Look like we lost her. Next caller. We are having technical difficulties tonight.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi. I work for a company, a contracting company, and every morning we go to Home Depot to pick up supplies and everything. And my boss, it seems like every day he'll steal something. And then he get caught, like at least once a month he'll get caught. But we'll be in the parking lot, even driving off, the security will stop us. But every time they stop us, he has to pay for the product, or they'll go up, like just something that costs $7 or something like that. They'll charge them $300 to pay. They never attacked them. They never called the police or anything. Now, this is a white guy. And they smile and laugh with him and stuff like that. I said, if it was me, I would have been put in jail.
Yes.
They laugh about it and they talk about, I don't understand that.
Well, it's simple to understand. Number one, that loss is factored into the budget anyway, number one. Number two, see, folks must understand, Home Depot is owned by a Mexican guy. Most folks don't know that.
And see, I think part of the problem is your boss, he sounds like he needs some therapy.
No, he don't need no therapy. He's a white man, and he know what time it is. He don't need no therapy. He just knows to do what he do. Yeah. Charge me $300 because I'm going to go back and take the money from my black employees anyway.
And she right. Had she stole a nail, they give her a $500,000 bond.
And nail her to the cross.
It's true.
With that nail.
That's right. Yeah. In 2010. And no, I don't think I'm a racist. I'm just calling the way it is. And you have to be completely blind not to be able to see it. Nah. That's what the grandboy would say. Any more callers, Brother Tuck? All right, caller, speak on it.
All right, hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, now I would like to point out one main problem in the black community, and it's a problem that you've, brought up several times, and I feel that you're perpetuating it. It's the problem with black people, they show a bias to every situation, and they like to play the race card. And I think you should understand it. Don't you think that's detrimental to our society? I mean, if a black person plays the race card in every situation and says, they didn't do that because I'm black, that's racist. Don't you think that keeps us from moving further?
No, I don't. But let me say this here. Number one, I mean, you call it for what it is. If you were talking about the situation that we talked about as it relates to over there in Little Village, I mean, it is what it is. If a Mexican strangle a black to death and they don't charge him with murder, there's got to be a reason. Now, maybe it wasn't racism, and we didn't say it was racism, but we did say it's sort of peculiar. And on the other hand is this. Racism is more of a consciousness for some people, but for other people, it's a reality. But when you are in denial of the reality, that's where the problem is. You know, everything that happened concerning a Negro, my generation. Now these new ambivalent Tiger Woods types, these mulattoes and these yellows and all these little mixed butt kids they coming up with now, okay, it might not matter to them. But blood, let me tell you something. Anybody of Negro descent in America that don't recognize racism is a bigger slave than those that got off that ship called Jesus.
And you know, look up now black folks can be prejudiced. I mean, I can have a bias about something, but look at the Webster Dictionary. That's the white boy dictionary that y'all believe in. Look up the word racist, and you will find a black person cannot be a racist because he has no power over other people.
Right, and we're not saying, see, a racist is someone that think they are superior. They think they are over. We are not doing it. All we're saying is, wow, you ain't over us. You must be doing this to us because you think your color make you better than us. And what we're saying, your color don't make you better than me. And if that makes somebody nervous and you think we contributing to it, oh well. But no, it ain't racism. We're just calling out the reality. White folk can do things to black folk, and the consequences are different. Hispanics can do things to black folk, and the consequences are different. Black folk can do things to each other, the consequences are different. Black folk do something to white folks and Hispanic people, the consequences are different. The common denominator is that you the black folk. God bless your soul. And for the last caller, you know, I hope you hung around and you looked at that. Now, you can call it what you want to, but our history is a history of racism.
Right.
That don't mean that we racist. That don't mean that we doing nothing other than just showing the history. That's the history. And they say, even though all our kids are graduating June,
May and June, that's
May
right.
and June, they say that the kids of the Pilgrim in 1620 had a better outlook for the future, better prospects for the future than our kids. They say that our kids have a less of a chance than the kids of 1783 at the time of the Alamo. And they ain't just talking about black kids, they talking about a whole bunch of kids that go to school that spend over $200,000 for 4 years education. So dude, when you call here and say I'm contributing to racism, no, I'm not. I'm contributing to the reality. White Anglo-Saxon Protestants are fading away. Them good jobs that my generation, the baby boomers had, fading away. And our children and grandchildren will be worse off than our grandparents. And if you don't be careful, they'll be for colored only toilets. So you can deny, oh yeah, you brought me there. You can deny being colored if you wanna, or you can think that every time we have the strength to speak of color that we racist. Just remember that damn rebel flag you saw. And now you got little Negro kids walking around saying it don't matter. You's a damn lie, it do matter. Anytime that you think it's okay that your grandparents and your ancestors were slaves, hung, tar and feathered, and you don't supposed to remember that, please go somewhere. Brother Minister, help.
Well, you know, I'm just glad that the gentleman, and I call him a gentleman and a brother, understand if they come for me at 10 o'clock and you don't do anything, they'll be back for you at 10:15.
And you can be saying that I ain't a Negro all you wanna. That ain't gonna keep that rope from pulling your tongue out.